YouTube for a bit, and then we'll see from there. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Good afternoon. We have a bit of a stormy afternoon outside. Not too bad yet. We have some pretty big gusts, but for the most part, the weather is not so bad. Eating some cookies because regular healthy food is not worth it. Eat cookies all day. That's my advice. Cookies for everybody. I changed it up. We're moving the camera. Holly is here. She's just off in the corner. If you have a question specifically for her, let us know. Holly is requesting $5 per question. Daily double. It sounds like it's blowing more air. Wonder if I could aim the camera out the window somehow a little bit. Hmm. Sure. Oh well. What's up? Hello. Live to survive. Good afternoon. How are you doing today? Try to get this monitor out of the way. Just hanging out on the sailboat here. I should try to get another camera angle of the outside maybe, but not sure how feasible that is with the rain right now. Oh well. Well, hopefully everything's going alright over there. I know it's all crazy. Good luck to you. Thank you for your service. It's some crazy stuff going on in the world right now. Not so nice. I'm just gonna quickly, I'm gonna Google it. 82nd Airborne. I'm sure I'll find pictures and stuff of different things. But yeah, that's crazy. What time is it over there right now? I wouldn't even know. 1:44 p.m. here in Canada. You got that right. Yeah. World's a crazy place. It's crazy that I'm chilling over here in Canada right now and you're over there. I don't know. It's wild thinking about that kind of thing. Live to survive. It gave whole new meaning to your name there, actually. But yeah. I'll see if I can maybe move that other camera around so I can have a second camera stream. I'm just not sure where to put it yet. So we can get outside. Well, I mean, we get the boat, but I don't want to just show you unless you want to be in it. So I need to like angle it outside somehow, but I just don't know where yet. I subbed. Appreciate the sub, by the way. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're working really hard to get subs on this side of thing. Normally we go live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. Today we are just on YouTube for a minute. I will eventually go live on TikTok as well. But yeah, we're enjoying the YouTube side of things. We're working hard to get monetized over here. Yeah, you can move it wherever. Holly is here in the background too. She's just doing some other stuff today. It's rainy and cold. It's not very nice out today. And appreciate it. The subs and likes are awesome. You should be, as long as you're not right here, you should be fine. And yeah, we're good. We're in a anchored, we're not anchored, sorry. We're at a marina right now, at a dock. So we're in a very safe area. We're not at any risk of anything. We're very safe. We're good. We're just setting up another camera to maybe angle it outside or something. We're not sure yet. Possibly. We can try it. It's raining outside, so we don't want to damage the camera, but we might try to just angle a camera on the wall outside, like through a window. So you guys might be able to see a little bit anyway. We'll see how it works. Play. What, Rick, what do you want me to play? Uh, we don't normally play stuff on this. We just talk about sailboats and life and stuff like that. But, I mean, I could fire something up, I suppose. I don't know. I'll eat a cookie. Riveting stuff, I know. Apollo. For the first, like, for the spring and early summer, we're gonna sail around here. So Vancouver Island. Um, you might have heard that plane going over, I'm not sure. Yeah, so Vancouver Island, probably up and down the coast of BC a little bit. Who knows how far? We'll go to like Desolation Sound maybe, although that does get kind of busy. Um, uh, I've been in a plane crash, so I've never jumped out of one, but I was in a crash plane. Just a small Cherokee 133, I think it was, when I was 4 years old. So I probably should have jumped out of that one, but, you know, taking off from the runway only being barely above the tree line, not a good place to jump. Also, being 4 years old didn't help. Let's see if that camera works. 1 second. I guess you guys can kind of see. We'll leave it up for now. Maybe I'll put it up here out of the way, kind of. There. Doesn't really show much, but you can kind of see that we're on a boat anyway. Maybe. Yeah, yeah. I did. Just give it a second. It'll appear up there probably. Yeah, I've been in some serious accidents in my lifetime. We can leave it for now. It kind of shows that it's on a boat, even though it's you just see another boat beside us, but that's not a big deal. If we need to, we can move it around a little bit. I've always thought about jumping out of a plane would be kind of fun, honestly. I think it depends what you're doing. If you're jumping into a active war zone, that might be a whole another situation. But you know, skydiving's a different story altogether. Hmm. I guess that doesn't go much further than that. Trying to think of another cool angle we could throw the camera on, but how can I green screen myself somehow to be on top of that? That'd be kind of fun. Hmm. Talk about a rush. I bet that would be something different. I'm sure the training for that was exciting too. At least then you know you're kind of like safe. Jumping into like an actual military war zone is a whole nother story. The training isn't safe, but it's safer. Do you want me to cut it for a second? Yep. Oh, wrong one. Okay, there we go. I was trying to think maybe we could even do it up the mast or something. Just like on that window above our heads. Hmm. Diesel? Oh, you're another Diesel. We have a couple people that pop in with their names Diesel. We're 8 degrees Celsius, which is like close to 50. I think 10 degrees Celsius is 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's probably like 40 something. I'm not sure. Hey, Google. How many degrees Fahrenheit is 8 degrees Celsius? 46. 46.4 degrees if you need the points, which you probably don't. But yeah, 46 degrees Fahrenheit-ish. It's not bad out. It is still winter here. The sailing season in on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada starts in May, so we still got like another, what is it, almost April? We got another month pretty much before the sailing season starts, but it has been kind of an early spring. We've had some nice days. Today we got like really crazy winds. We have, let me pull up the windy app and check. It's been pouring rain. It's a bit stormy. Nothing too crazy, but it is not the nicest of days we've had. I mean, it shows the wind constant is around 10 knots, 15 knots out in the strait, and then the, sorry, um, where are we here? Where's the gusts at? There we are. Let's see what the gusts are at. They're quite a bit higher. So the gusts around us right now are 30 knots. And then just out in the strait, they're up to 40 knots, depending where you are exactly. But yeah, where we are, we got about 30 knot gusts. We would like to sail, actually properly sail here. We would like to sail the world, honestly. We're going to go everywhere eventually, hopefully. We want to sail around, like I said, BC first. We're going to sail here. We're pretty new sailors. Holly and I aren't people that have grown up sailing or anything like that. We sold everything, bought a boat, moved on to it about 5 months ago. We've been learning a lot. We've been like fixing the boat up. We bought a boat that was decent, 36,000 Canadian, 27,000 US dollars. Way cheaper than any house, honestly. But we wanted to, it wasn't perfect. So we've been fixing it up. Oh wow, why did that just turn on? Turn that off for a second. Um, Yeah, we've been fixing it up and waiting for springtime. So we're at the point now where the boat is ready to sail pretty much. But what? Let's give it a try. But it's not like perfect out. Here, that's a little bit better of an angle. Let's do that. I like it. At least you can see that we're on a boat. That's cool. Where'd you put that? Oh, outside. Nice. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Yeah, that's an actual, there we go, live outdoor feed. So we do plan to sail everywhere eventually. We'd like to do a big trip down to Mexico, to the Baja Peninsula. Of course, world events pending, depending on how things are going down in Mexico, the rest of the world, of course. And we'll sail everywhere. We'd like to sail down to like South America, into the Pacific a little bit, but we'll see. The world is a crazy place, so. Hello, how's it going today, guys? The weather is not bad today. I mean, you can kind of see that the picture above is actually live outdoor feed. Is it that foggy out right now? Or that's just cloud, actually. Um, Today we were supposed to get like 35 knot winds, and we do. We have like 30 knot gusts where we are. It's not terrible, but anywhere. So we're in a very protected marina. So where we are, we get 30 knot gusts. But if we go around to the other side of the island, like just out into the strait here, we got like 40 knot gusts and stuff like that. So it's not great today. It is early spring. The season doesn't really start until May, but yeah, it's not very nice today. I tried to show you guys the windy map, but it's kind of like all over the place. Basically, what color is supposed to be good? I think green is okay, and really light blue is decent, but anything like red and purple is not ideal. So all the purple not great. Yellow is not great either. Green way at the bottom there is okay. It's definitely overcast, yeah. It's been really nice. Yesterday was actually not bad. It was cold wind, but honestly, the weather itself was decent. I should pull up the windy map on. I can do it on the live probably. 1 second. In OBS there's probably a way to do a green screen, but I don't know. I don't have a green screen behind me, so I can't make that a thing. Some people do. Yeah, it's definitely rolling in. It's been kind of so all night was pretty decent, and then early this morning we started getting blown into the dock. So right now we're out of dock. We have fenders out, of course, so we don't like bash into the dock. They started squeaking early this morning. That's when I knew. I woke up and I couldn't really go back to sleep. But it's been nice the last like couple of weeks anyway. Just still cold winds, usually coming from the north. Currently, the wind is coming from kind of the south, honestly. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can pull this up for you guys to see too. Stand by. Not that you'll have a lot of room to see it. The screen is so small, I could put it on my face, but then, you know. Like, it is portrait, isn't it? Or do you mean landscape? You mean the opposite? You want it sideways? But then we'd have to turn this camera probably sideways. Which we can do, but also I don't mind it like that. I can just put it over top probably. Does crazy wind and waves leave your stuff looking like no, not for the most part. It's pretty good in here. Like I said, we're in a very protected marina. It's we had like one night not too long ago where we got hit by some decent sized waves and we had a few things like fall off the walls. Right now because we're parked here, we have like stuff that we probably wouldn't if we were out at sea like this. Where is it? Actually, that's in there pretty good, but there's a few things that would probably definitely fall over if we were actually sailing that we'd move. Yeah, this thing's actually not going anywhere. No, you're good. There we go. Let's try that. There. I can pull up the Windy app as well. Put that in the like bottom corner or something. Now my screen is looking wild and crazy, but that's okay. Well, just has a few things on it. Wonder if I can hold on. Let's get rid of that. I don't think we don't get that bad of weather. We don't get like hurricanes here. We do. We get hurricanes, but they're not like so up in Canada we get hurricanes, especially on the east coast. The west coast here, I mean you guys can kind of see on the map. Sorry guys, my microphone decided to shut off. Um I gotta see so you guys can see. Anyway, so we're on. Sorry, nothing. Yeah, we're on Vancouver Island here. So actually, I may. 1 second. I'll make it so you guys can see the cursor as well. There. So we're on this big island here. I don't know if you guys can see that in the chat or not. It's hard to say. How fast is it not? Can you see the my cursor on the map at all, Holly, or no? I can pull it up too, but not really. Just chat in the way. Oh. Okay, you can see it. How fast is a knot in miles per hour? It's very close. A knot in miles per hour, especially at the speeds we go, is very, very close to the same. Hey Google, how many miles per hour is 8 knots? No, for miles, I think it's almost the same. 9.2. So yeah, for the speeds this boat goes, you can pretty much take knots as miles per hour almost. They're not quite. It's a little bit different. So yeah, 8 knots is 9.2 miles per hour. And then for kilometers, 8 knots is close to like 14 kilometers per hour. But yeah, they're all over the place. I don't even know who invented knots. I don't know why I guess they didn't have a way to measure speed on the water back in the day, so they used knots to figure that out. Which we do. On my SS kayak, waves and wind were attacking me and my vessel. Where are you, streamers? Are you on Vancouver Island too, or are you somewhere else in the world right now? Yeah, it's like a yard to meter, exactly. It's pretty much the same thing. They're just not quite. You know how it is. Everyone has to have their own measurements for some reason. Especially at like the low amounts. So, 1 meter, 1 yard is so close, it doesn't really make a difference. But yeah, we're on the big island here. What was I saying? Yeah, so we're protected. We're on the inside, kind of over here. In this area of the whole thing. The southeast kind of corner of Vancouver Island. So we're technically still in green here for wind, but if I go to gust, I can show you the gust to more layers. Where are we? Wind gusts. There's the gusts. So those are the things you got to watch out for. The wind is fairly constant, but it's gusting quite often. So that's kind of more accurate to what we're dealing with right now. And yeah, the whole southeast corner of the island is all just like orange with some like red. Out in the strait, it's like red, reddish, pinkish, purplish. Brisbane, Australia. Okay, so you guys are experiencing some weather too. Knots on a rope. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know how they do it. I just, I don't know, for a second I was like, I don't know why they came up with that, but it made sense because of course back in the day they didn't have a way to like measure kilometers or miles per hour or whatever they're trying to do. So they just made knots. What they had on the boat. So they had to make their own way to measure stuff. 12-foot snowbird in Newport Beach. That's cool. What does a 12-foot snowbird look like? I'm gonna have to Google that. 12-foot snowbird. I just typed in snowboard. Snowbird. Is there a red one here? I can't even find it. Sailboat? 12-foot sailboat? Oh yeah, okay. That's a beautiful boat. That'd be fun to ride on, honestly. You want to see it? It's almost like a laser or something like that. Maybe a little bit of a bigger laser style boat. Let's actually here. I'll pull up. Where are you? So you said you were in Brisbane. Let's see if we can go over there. So this is the Windy app. We pay a subscription for this so we can check out all the things. Where's Brisbane in Australia? Is it Sydney, Melbourne? I'm not sure. I'm not very knowledgeable on there. Oh no, that's not it. Oh, there's a hurricane over here. A click means a kilometer. I did not actually know that. For whatever reason, in Saskatchewan, the farmers always use clicks for miles, which is kind of weird. I did not know that the military used it as kilometer, but yeah, so like Saskatchewan, where I grew up in Canada, the farmers all like I don't know. Canada, we use the imperial system and the metric system. Metric for most things. Farmers still often use miles because back in the day we used miles, of course. But yeah, a lot of farmers use click, just a click down the road as a mile. So that's interesting. I didn't know that it was actually used as a kilometer. I guess military always tries to unify everything so that every branch and every country in the military can kind of communicate fairly well. So they use more metric than yeah, yeah, that's true. So what am I looking again? I was looking for Brisbane. Brisbane, Australia. Whereabouts is that? Right there. Found it. So there's the. You guys got some pretty good weather too. It's actually very similar to our weather right now. Except for you guys got like a hurricane off the coast in the north anyway. Click started in World War II. That would make sense. One of the more unified military situations. I guess World War One as well, but like clip clops. What am I looking for? Hurricane tracker, that's what I was looking for. There's a hurricane mode on this app as well. I just gotta find it. Wave swell, temperature. I do like the Windy app. It's really nice for a lot of stuff. If I can just look through all the stuff. We can see the currents too. Swells, waves. We can check the waves out. Let's see what the waves are in the Brisbane area. Pretty wild. Yeah, so 9-foot waves. If you're in the safe area, it's only 2-foot waves, but and then anywhere outside of that, 9-foot waves, which is pretty crazy. And then just a little bit further off the coast, we got 23-foot waves. So, you know, you want to avoid that. Where's Canada? We'll go back over here. So we're on the southeast part of Vancouver Island in this kind of area. Don't want to say exactly, but we only have 2-foot waves, 3-foot waves, 4-foot waves, nothing crazy. The other side of Vancouver Island, 10-foot waves, 12-foot waves. Not too bad right now, honestly. We could also check where you're at, live to survive. Uh, James, I have not used one of those, no. Like I said, Holly and I are both new to this. We know like all the basic knots you need to know. The um, figure eight knot is one we use quite often for climbing up the mast and stuff. Um, we use two half hitches for tying to the dock, and then what? And then yeah, the bowline knot, which is the king of knots for pretty much everything else. England has switched to miles per hour. Irony. I know England uses. I don't know. England is super weird because they use the metric a lot too, but then they randomly use miles per hour for that kind of stuff, which I find super strange. But you know, I guess it's the world we live in. The Mediterranean is pretty good right now. 5 foot waves in some places. It's all good. You don't have to say where you are. Yeah, I understand. I mean, I know the general location, but I couldn't say exactly. But you know, the water in the areas are not bad right now. Somewhere over here, we'll say. Who can say? Not us. Not us normal civilians. We don't need to know. Get rid of that for now. Eat another cookie while I'm chilling. You guys got you guys got cookies in your military meals? I know sometimes you get biscuits and stuff like that. There's probably cookies in some of them. Some of the what? Oh, no. That can't really be heard in the background. Not really. Me? I have no idea. I'm not sure why my headphones just randomly shut off. It only does it every like 30 minutes or so, so I just have to turn them back on. It only goes off for a second. If you can call them cookies. They're basically dried out crackers, right? I think I've had a couple like MREs with the cookies in them and stuff. Cookies. They get a lot of Skittles. Is that true? Do you get Skittles? And apologies, guys. The stream might get a little laggy. We don't have the nicest weather today, so occasionally it might not be perfect. It already says right now we have, oh, we had poor health. Now it's back to excellent. We have Starlink internet, so it's not always perfect. Yeah, we have latency set to normal. Yeah. I mean, I've only rarely had a few like MRE type stuff. I mean, we have a bunch on the boat. Not really the military style ones. We have like the what are they called? Mountain. Oh, we don't. Yeah, we just have a bunch of like camping style MRE thingies. Skittles and M&Ms. Interesting. I wonder why the military got a contract with Skittles and M&Ms. The yeah, yeah, bueno. It's just a bag of crumbs and chocolate. Oh, weird. I didn't know I could do that. When to use nautical miles? I mean, a lot of people on the ocean do use nautical miles. Like I said, Holly and I are both very new to sailing in general, so we're still getting used to knots. We're Canadian, so we use kilometers. But yeah, knots and nautical miles are more used for, especially sailing, which is weird because the military often uses different terms. But I think the Navy still uses knots, right? But yeah, nautical mile is just kind of random too because it's different than a regular mile. Yeah. A nautical mile is 1.15 miles. Morale, I guess. The military decided morale was needed, so they got a little bit of a contract with Skittles. Hey, you gotta taste the rainbow, right? Yeah, knots in the Navy, yeah. So does the Navy use nautical miles still too, or do they switch over to something else? Is sailing worth living than living on land? So I don't know. Holly and I are very new to it. Like I said, we are trying to figure out. We wanted to do something different in our lives. We lived in Calgary, Alberta, on the land. We used to go crown land camping. Holly had a truck and we had a roof tent, and we used to go driving and dirt biking in like the back country pretty much. Um, and then after like a job situation change, we didn't have anything tying us down to the Calgary area, so we just like sold all of our stuff. We had the trailer, we had the roof tent, we had her truck, my car, and we sold it all to buy a $36,000 boat. And we've been on here for 5 months. We basically moved on in the middle of a Canadian winter. On Vancouver Island, it's not that bad. It's not that cold. We got like down to minus 10 degrees Celsius at one point, but for the most part, it's been above zero usually in the day anyway. We have lots of heaters, so we haven't been like cold, but we haven't really been able to do much. It's storm sailing season here, so weather like this can kind of come out of nowhere, and then we're just, you know, not really able to go anywhere. So we'll find out. Summertime it'll be a lot nicer, and we can hopefully sail some places. At least that's the dream. So I think it's worth living. It is cheaper than honestly owning a house, so there's that. Yeah, and we'll update you, of course. As we do this, we'll let you know what we think of it and how it's going. So if you want to see more, don't forget to like and follow and subscribe. Weather is an important parameter on the ocean. It is definitely important, which is why, again, I don't know if you were here earlier, but I was showing people the Windy app, one of the better apps for us to like figure out what the weather is going to be like in our area before we sail. Right now, I think we have it set on waves, so this is like what the waves are near us. So we're on like the southeast part of Vancouver Island. Over here, the waves are really not that bad, but out on the other side, 11-foot waves. And it gives you the period too, so how much time between each wave. So 13-foot wave, 7 seconds between each wave. Yes. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. So I wasn't sure if because you were saying that a click is a kilometer, so I guess most of the Army seems to use metric, but the Navy is still in the weird knots and nautical miles for some reason. Kelly, hello, how's it going? And here I can go back to like oh yeah, I was gonna try to find the hurricane tracker, see what there's hurricanes in the world. Hurricane tracker right there behind, right in front of my eyes. Oh, there's two different ones. Tropical storm. I'm not sure. Oh, that's just the two that we have. Two active hurricanes right now. Where are they? Oh, that's the one. So the one off the coast of Australia is. Oh, they're both in Australia. Hurricanes are all over Australia right now. Both sides. Oh yeah, so the guy that was in Brisbane is kind of actually close to a hurricane. I mean, it's out in the ocean, so he's a little ways off, but that's what he's probably experiencing his weather from. There's no hurricanes up where we are. Uh, I can't see the app sharing on the bottom of the live comments. Apologies. I'll take and move that. I don't know where I'd put it so you guys can actually see it, but oh wait, where did it disappear? Oh, because I minimized probably. See if I can get that in a better spot. I mean, I could. Well, apparently a lot of people. It's just in the chat, so it's hard to see a little bit, I guess. But you were able to see, right? I. Yeah, I guess you'd have to like minimize the chat or whatever. But yeah, there we are. I don't know if you guys can really see that either, but land and water. Okay, interesting. clicks on land, nautical miles in the water. Yeah, interesting. We'll go back to, we can check storms or something. Perfect, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, not a lot of storms up where we are right now, but we could go to rain and thunder. That we probably got that around here. So yeah, we are on Vancouver Island. You can kind of see the wind. And then yeah, there's not any really big storms where we are, although we do have a little bit of rain kind of. We're on the southeast part of Vancouver Island down here. So we don't have a ton of rain right now, but we do have a little bit. Mostly we just have like gusting wind, which I could go check that out. Wind gusts. That's what it looks like on the bottom. So it's not horrible, but it's not what you would call nice either. Although if you're in Victoria, it'd be pretty decent. Victoria looks like they're in a, they got like 9, 10 kilometer gusts, which is not bad. But we're further up than that. We're up in this area. 26 knots gusts. Yeah, depends where you are, of course. Whereabouts are you, if you don't mind me asking? Or did you already say that? Hold on, did I miss it? Oh no, you didn't say it. I can look up your area if you want. You don't have to tell me the exact location, but let me know a state, a country, and I'll try to find your area. We can look up what your weather looks like. We can see what the ocean looks like near you. See if we got any crazy storms like these. Apparently that's not quite a hurricane yet, but it's getting there. Knots. So basically, back in the day, they didn't have a way to measure speed on a boat because obviously, you know, they didn't have digital equipment or anything like that. So they just like tied knots at a certain distance apart, and then they'd throw it overboard, and then they'd watch how many knots passed the boat, and that's how they defined how fast you were going. So it's just a measurement of speed based on something that people made up back in the day. It's like a fathom. A fathom is close to 6 feet tall. So when they were like, we're in 10 fathoms of water, that's like 60 feet of water basically. It's just like made up terms that people used for like boats. They were easily measurable with stuff that they had on a boat, basically. Nowadays, people don't usually use fathoms for depth, although occasionally they do. They usually use feet and meters now, but yeah, knots is still heavily used by the military, especially. But yeah, people in like sailboats and stuff also do that. Yeah, there's no hurricanes near us. We're in a very safe area. Sorry, I was just looking up in the world where there are. There are apparently two current hurricanes that are actually considered hurricanes in the world right now, and both of them are in Australia. Sometimes it's hard to see on the map. But yeah, they got one hurricane up here on the like north west, and then I guess the southeast of Australia, just off the coast. But one's actually pretty much hitting Australia right now in the north. I don't know how bad it is. It doesn't seem too bad. 50 wind, I mean 51 knots is pretty decent. I know. So nowadays, Holly and I, as new sailors, we got it pretty easy. We don't have to figure out a lot of stuff when it comes to sailing. Our boat can pretty much tell us how fast we're going. We don't have to throw anything overboard to try to figure that out. But back in the day, with no technology, no radar, you just had to know, hey, it's a good time of year to sail. Hopefully, there's no storms out there. Nowadays, we got it easy. Kind of. Yeah. There's other struggles, of course, but yeah, no radars exactly. And nowadays, everyone can have their own weather radar on their boat. Plus, if you don't even have a radar system, we literally have our phones and we can pull up this, and I can see that there's a storm in Australia. Maybe I shouldn't go there today. Back in the day, it's like, well, we could sail to Australia. Maybe it's good. We don't know. It's, you know, it's halfway across the world. By the time we get there, who knows what the weather's going to be like? But you want to see Turks and Caicos? Let's zoom in. Where are they? They're somewhere over here. Where are we? I always forget where Turks and Caicos is. Oh, right there. Hope you sail soon. We also hope we sail soon. Today the weather is kind of crap. You can see up top of the screen what our weather looks like. Sorry, 1 second. Let me get rid of that for a second. Yeah, so that's actually a live feed of our boat right now. It's outside. It doesn't look like much on the camera. It is raining a little bit. Actually, I don't even know if it's raining right now. It looks like the rain kind of has mostly stopped, but it's kind of windy, and we got like 20, 30 knot gusts of wind. And yeah, so our phone, we have Starlink internet. So our phones, right now we are connected to a cell tower as well. And as long as you're close to the coast, you can connect to towers, of course. I'm with Rogers, and Rogers can actually connect their phones to like satellites as well. So even if we don't have cell service, we can still technically have um, a satellite phone at that point for emergencies and stuff. But because we also have Starlink internet and we're connected to Wi-Fi with it, our phone will work fine like that. It's summer to a Viking. I mean, it is kind of summery to some Vikings. It's actually summer for us because Holly and I came from Calgary, so normally it'd be like I think this time of year it's actually usually starting to warm up, but yeah, occasionally we can still get like the minus 20 at this time of year Celsius. Right now where we are, it's 8 degrees, which is not bad at all. But yeah, we're very excited for actually sailing. But yeah, sorry, Turks and Caicos. Holly was wondering about Turks and Caicos. Right here, their weather is beautiful right now. They got 15 knot gusts, which is not bad at all. Let's see what their regular wind is. So I guess their wind and their gusts are perfect. So it would be a perfect day to sail up in Turks and Caicos. Like perfect. And then let's check what their. What else should we check? We can see if there's rain or anything. No rain. No storms. Just teleport. What their waves are like. Waves are decent. 4-foot waves. Pretty much all around the island. 2 to 4. So pretty much what we have most of the time. The Wi-Fi thing. So we got Starlink internet. If you don't know what Starlink is, it's like a satellite internet. So as long as we have power on our boat, we can power our satellite dish, which beams the internet down to us. And because our cell phones are connected to, just like Wi-Fi, uh, when you're at home, you can connect your phone to your internet. So as long as we have that, we can still get. We have like, an app on our phone called Windy, which is what you're seeing on the screen right here. This is not on my phone, this is on my computer, but same thing. So we have this app on our phone, and as long as we're connected to Wi-Fi, we don't need a cell signal. We can just use the internet to pull up that app. Yeah, apparently it's a big waiting list for Starlink right now. I guess because they're probably using it all over the world for various things going on, unfortunately. Crazy world we're in right now, but yeah, Starlink. Yeah, so we just have, yeah, satellite internet so we can do stuff with our phones anywhere. Because nowadays you don't even need if I turned off my phone completely, turned off I got rid of my cell phone plan, I could still technically use my phone to call and to text over Wi-Fi. So as long as you're at home, you can do that. And because we're on a boat and our home can move, technically wherever we are, as long as Starlink is working and we pay for it, of course, we can also internet call and text people and do different things like that. What's stopping us? It's kind of like ways for sailors, yeah. The thing that's stopping us for sailing right now is mainly the time of year. So, the sailing season in Canada is May to October. We bought our boat in October on October 24th, just this past year. And so yesterday was nice. Let me pull up, sorry, one thing. I don't know if I can do yesterday actually. This is currently what the weather looks like up in where we're kind of in this area. We're on the southeast part of Vancouver Island. We have gusts of up to 23 just around where we are inside the island. So if we were outside at all, we could have like 40 knot gusts up here. So it really depends where you are. The storms at this time of year are really bad, especially for Holly and I. We're very new sailors. We don't want to get caught in that. That would be really bad for us. We should be sailing in like 5 to 10 knot kind of weather while we learn. Um, so getting stuck anywhere in like 22 knot gusts especially could be really bad for us. But yeah, so the Windy app, it's called Windy. There's lots of other ones. What's the other one called? So yeah, we also have Aquamaps. We pay like a subscription for them. So we have the Windy app, we have Aquamaps, and then Predict wind is another one. They all do different things. They all do something similar, but they do it differently, and sometimes they're not as good at other things. So instead of having Waze, we have to have multiple apps for various things. So Windy we use for the weather. We also have one called Garmin. It's like called Boating by Garmin. That's for like planning routes and where we want to go, and it shows the depth of the ocean. I might be able to even pull that one up for you guys. One second. Let me see if I can. See if it'll let me. Garmin Boating. I also have a couple. What do you call those ones? I can't think of the name of them. Yeah, Starlink is really nice for people like us nowadays, like we were talking about before. Back in the day, they had nothing. Nowadays, we have Starlink internet, so we can just get like everything beamed to us, which is super nice. Um, Go ahead. Holly's gonna blend some food, so if you guys hear some noise in the background, she's making a smoothie. Stand by. Yeah, that's not that bad. There, done. So yeah, this year I think I know there will be another one, but this year the weather has been good. Like it feels like spring is coming early, but of course it's still not quite the time. We were hoping to get out this week. Yesterday was super nice, not bad. We could have probably gone, but then today we were supposed to get 35 knot winds, so we obviously didn't go anywhere. Oh, thank you. Smoothie. Appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully, honestly, okay, go ahead. Honestly, we can kind of go off and on here soon. I'll try to pull up the Aquamaps one actually. But yeah, by May we can definitely start sailing more, and then of course as the summer progresses around here, the headset likes to randomly cut out and just like turn off. It doesn't think it's being used or something. Uh, can we see the lovely sailors lady? I don't know if you can see her. I don't have a camera pointing that way. She's pointing a knife at me. I don't know if I can show you guys the lovely sailor lady. She can maybe pop over here in a second. But yeah, the kitty cat we say is the captain. She's just behind me, in front of the screen here. She's just chilling. But yeah, we should hopefully soon be able to take the boat out and do some sailing, and then as spring and summer approach, we'll be able to do more of that. I'm just logging into Aquamaps to show you a navigational map, if I can get it to work here. Coming in. Oh, here's Holly. The cat is the captain. This is Holly. She's just chilling, doing stuff off stream. Normally she does the lives with me, but she needed a break today. She wanted to do some stuff. The weather's kind of crappy, so we're all kind of like, not miserable, but you know what we're talking about. Not our best selves.
Sailor smoothie woman. Maybe later I'll come join you. I'm just not ready yet.
No, you're good. It's weird, it didn't show up here. Sometimes the chats get like blocked for some reason. A blue-eyed whale? We could see a blue-eyed whale? Maybe. There are a lot of whales here. We have seen quite a few already. It would be cool. Chart viewer, there we go. Hi, Holly, they said.
Aw, hello.
She said hello. I don't know if you guys can hear or not, but I think it doesn't, you won't really be able to hear her voice with this microphone. Normally we have another microphone so we can hear everybody and we're all just like hanging out on the boat. But yeah, like I said, she's just doing her own thing right now, so you probably won't even hear her. But she did say hello back. Fair winds, following seas for both. Appreciate it, serving my redeemer. Appreciate you. Thank you. I hope you're having a great day today. Ooh, yeah, turn those heaters back on. It's pretty cold in here today. Hmm. I don't know why it's not letting me see the stuff we have downloaded for Aqua Maps on here. Okay. Yeah, she's not that far. She's just over here, but I guess they did hear you a little bit, but it sounded like you were in a whole different room. We do have chart plotters. We don't have chart plotters like on our boat. Like I said, mostly Holly and I, we use our phones and like my computer here. We have a lot of, actually I can pull that up. Hold on one second. Yeah, she's on the other green screen, guys. She's not even here. Um, Let me see if I can pull it up. I have one thing called OpenCPM, so it's an open source chart plotter basically. But we also have like the Garmin boating app on my phone, and we have Starlink internet, so we can connect to that pretty much anywhere we want to as long as we pay for that. Let's see if I can get this to pop up. One second, I'm going to see if I can show you guys this chart plotter we have. And how full is the poop box? It is zero full. Holly and I emptied out not too long ago when we haven't really used it. Right now we're at the marina, we're at a dock, so we just go up top and use the marina bathrooms because otherwise we have to go take our boat and dump that. And so we just haven't been doing that. Yep, so the poop box is pretty much empty. There. So that is open CPM. It's just like a navigational chart plotter thing. So we can, you pay for the different areas in the world. So if you wanted to sail somewhere different than Vancouver Island area, you'd have to pay for it. We pay for pretty much everywhere in North America, I think. So we can see all down the coast here pretty much. But especially we can see in this area on Vancouver Island. So you can kind of see the depths of all the water. So all these little numbers, hold on, I'll try to zoom in so you guys can actually see. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it very much, but like it says right here on the map, 396. So that's how many feet it is. I think I have it in feet right now. There's also meters. I'm not sure what I have it set to. Let me check. Mm, I don't even remember how to do that. I'll have to look it up later. It might actually be in meters because that seems kind of shallow. I mean, maybe it is. Actually, it might be accurate. Yeah, it's like 790 feet. That seems reasonable, I think. We do not have an app for the poop box. Although I'm sure there is on the, I bet you newer boats have an app for that. So you can see like how full it is. And it cannot run off the power of the poop box, unfortunately. No, that would be an ideal situation. The more you poop, the better power situation you have. I mean, you could probably burn it. I have heard of, like methane and stuff. You can burn methane to make power. You could totally do that. Yeah, so even we have a freshwater tank. It's 270 liters, which is, I always forget how many gallons it is. It's like 90? No, it's got to be over 100, I think, right? Oh no, maybe it's 70. I gotta ask Google. Hold on, guys. Hey Google, how many gallons is 270 liters? I'm not actually using it. It's not working. Hey Google, how many gallons is 270 liters? Hello, Jeremy. How's it going? 71. I was actually pretty close. 71 gallons. So we got a 71 gallon, 270 liter freshwater tank on board. We have no way of telling how full it is. We just have to guess. We kind of just have to like monitor our water usage. I have seen you can get these sensors you just like plug on to the outside of your um, of your tank, and it can tell you if where the water level is. So we should get some of those. No, serving, that wasn't on the Windy app. So that's the problem. So with sailing, there's not one app that can do it all, although there are some that do it better. But usually each app, even if they have all the options, they're usually not as good at certain. So the Windy app is mostly for wind, waves, hurricanes, and that kind of stuff. And usually I've also heard the Windy app is better for like local things. So like on Vancouver Island, it's a really great app for us. If you want to go out in like the middle of the Pacific Ocean, usually there's other apps that are better at predicting weather way out there. But the Windy app also has like multiple weather modeling systems, so it's very complicated and kind of annoying. Um, but then for like charting, the Windy app can chart plot, but it does not show depths of the ocean for some reason. So you have to use the Garmin boating app is one that I have on my phone. We pay a subscription for. We also have Aquamaps. Aquamaps can also be used for seeing the bottom, how deep it is, and it can also show weather a little bit. But I don't think it's as good for weather as like the Windy app is. But it really depends. Aquamaps is kind of like the best overall, but it's not maybe as good for weather as Windy or one of the other ones. But yeah, there's like so many. I don't know why there's not one app to do it all. It's like, in real life Google Maps or whatever iPhone maps, you kind of see everything you need. But I guess you don't need to see weather on Google Maps either, so there's that. Can I play Happy Birthday? I don't have any instruments here, but I'll say Happy Birthday, Josh. My brother's name is Josh, by the way. Happy birthday to you, sir.
Aw,
How old are
happy
you today?
birthday.
Holly says happy birthday as well. How old are you today? You don't have to say either. That's perfectly legitimate. But happy birthday. Oh wait, is your name Jocelyn? Jocelyn, happy birthday. Sorry, I thought it was Josh. I didn't read the last part. I'm dumb. Jocelyn, happy birthday.
I'm gonna tell your brother that.
25. That's not good. That's not bad. That's not good. I also can't speak English. But yeah, Holly also says happy birthday to you as well. And that's awesome. 25 is a good year.
Aw, 25 is a good year. Happy
I always
birthday.
pretend I'm still 25.
Oh, I still feel 25 except for when I wake up sore.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wake up feeling sore all the time, but I feel like I'm 25 otherwise. I mean, we could definitely do that, but that would leave streaks on the boat, and we would rather not. Surveying, we do not know that. It would be really cool to learn sextant and like that kind of chart plotting.
Yeah, and
It's lots of math, but we would love to do that one day.
we could stare at the stars.
Yeah. Stare at the stars, stare at the sun, stare at the moon. I do want to take a course on that kind of stuff. We can just like watch online videos and learn. Mostly it's a lot of math, but it would be fun to learn. And of course, I hope you have a great birthday today. I guess our birthdays are kind of coming up sort of soon. I'm in May and Holly's in June. Yeah, so this app right here, this one is called, oh wait, it's not even popping up. This app that we were looking at is called OpenCPM or CPN. It's the one I have on my computer. It's just an open source. You have to still pay for stuff, but the application itself is free for your computer. But yeah, you can kind of see the depths of everything. So right here in the ocean, it's 383 feet. I believe it's in feet right now. I can't remember if I have it in feet and meters. I think it's in feet though. But if we go off the coast, you can see how deep it gets over here. Maybe. Where is the thing? Over there. There we go. 3,438 feet deep. Just a little ways off the coast of Vancouver Island. It's your dog's birthday as well? Well, happy birthday to your dog as well. That's cool. Good book to have is called The Circumnavigators. I've never heard of that one. We have a couple books on board for sailing, but I don't think I've heard that one. We don't have that one, right? Circumnavigators?
I don't think so.
No.
Actually, I have to look. I'm looking through it. We have this one, coastal navigation.
Yeah, we have
Oh, sorry.
Small Craft and Plotting Coastal Navigation. So we have a bunch of like random old books and they got lots of information in them. Charts and calculations. So this is one we could actually use to learn how to chart and plot a little bit. Oh, we could probably learn how to. Does this one talk about sextants and stuff?
I think so.
Fido the dog. Fido. What kind of dog is Fido? Basic regulations and rules of the road. So yeah, I don't know. It has your basic boating information, like who has the right of way when you approach another boat and stuff like that. But it also has some basic navigation stuff. Introduction to charts. If God had meant for us to travel in a fog, we would be magnets. There you go. Bunch of stuff on compasses. Yeah, fog is one of the scariest things. I guess nowadays we can technically travel in the fog though. With I don't know if I'd want to, but we have the technology.
And then we have the Chapman piloting.
The Chapman
Yeah,
Howling.
this one's I think pretty like popular.
Oh wow, that's a beast.
This has lots of good stuff.
And then we have this one, Chapman Piloting.
And this one,
And
Chapman.
yeah, we got lots.
This one's the new one.
I'm gonna have to see if there's anything about celestial navigation in here. But yeah, we got a ton of different books for navigation.
We just have to start doing it.
Yeah, we gotta start getting out there and practicing. Once we're out there too, we could just like look at this and try to figure stuff out.
Yeah,
It would be very cool to try to figure out like how you do stuff.
I agree. Have to figure it out.
It's not hard, but it's not easy. There's just a lot of information. There's a lot of math involved.
All these maps. That's
Yeah,
sick.
we got so many charts on board too. You guys can see like right behind me here. This is actually a chart for this area. Yeah, just throwing stuff now. It's a local chart. We do need a sextant. Yes, we don't have one. They're kind of expensive. They're hard to find nowadays too. Obviously, you can get them on Amazon, honestly, but I don't know how good of that one would be.
I'm not ready to get rid of the feathers I find.
That's fine. Um, there's a guy called Sailing Songbird, and he's done a few videos about sextant navigation. I know, quite the. I know there's so much to learn with when it comes to this stuff. Serving, do you know how to do that kind of stuff?
This is cool too.
Obviously, nowadays it's not really necessary for pretty much everyone has the access to the internet and stuff, but it is nice to know just in case because things do fail.
This is our dictionary.
Stay strong. Well, we'll stay strong. It's exciting stuff for the most part. Hello, Michael. How's it going? Way back in my younger days. Well, that's cool. That's really cool. I wish I had learned this like earlier in my life.
Yeah, totally. Although the country life is pretty cool too.
Yeah, I mean we did other things, so you can't learn everything in life, I feel like, but there's all the math that needs to be learned for various chart plotting activities.
Can I see?
I don't know if that's for celestial or not, but that's just some of the math for charting.
Oh, that'd be super cool.
Sorry, can you just plop that? I can wash it out later
I'll put that right here. Wow.
with the cross. Yeah, some of the really early ways they chart plotted were pretty cool.
I think we have a compass, right?
Yeah. Nowadays, we do have a compass. It's in there. We also have that,
Yeah, the thingy.
yeah, the thingy.
Exactly.
Yeah, GPS for us. Wait, I'm not done.
Oh, wow.
I'm still looking at the books.
Okay, sorry.
All the things we have nowadays make it kind of easy, but it's still good to know a lot of this stuff. But yeah, this book is all, I don't even know what it is. It has a bunch of knots in it, which is kind of cool. Good stuff to know just in case you don't have the internet with you. It was kind of magic, agreed. Until it fries itself. I mean, so we technically have GPS on this boat, but it doesn't work. So yeah, but that's what we also have backups on backups because we have our phone. I have my phone. We have Holly's phone. We have Starlink
Actually,
internet.
it's still acquiring signal.
It's still acquiring single. Always use a compass. We have a compass as well, of course.
Yeah.
But I mean, a compass doesn't always work either. Usually they do, but you could be thrown off by just like a large magnet in the area. If you actually have a magnet on board, you can throw off your compass. You got to be careful with that too. In certain places in the world, the compasses don't work as well. Navy bosun's mate, signalman, half man. Oh wow, so you probably did a lot then. You know a ton.
Oh, wow. Do you want to come aboard?
Yeah, you want to come show us the ropes? We need someone with some navigational skills.
You're welcome. We'll make cookies.
Yeah, we got cookies on board.
We'll have to set up the hammock outside.
And yeah, we have charts. Like I was saying, right here we got a chart right here. Same as Starlink. There we go. You want to see some charts? That one's not the most exciting of charts, but there we go. We got a chart right there. They want to what?
We lost a few.
Charts? Yeah, some of our charts unfortunately got wet and moldy and we had to get rid of them. But yeah, we do have a decent amount of charts on board. This one got a little bit wet too, but it's mostly good. If I can get it, no, I can't get it back in the spot, of course. Hold. Sorry. There we go. Whew. Sorry, what was what? That was a chart. That's like a chart for the local area. It's one of the like Vancouver Island area charts. Uh, Starlink does kind of work everywhere. Uh, you can the problem with Starlink, of course, is it can be thrown off by weather and wavy, too much waves. So there's lots of things that cause Starlink not to work, but it kind of does nowadays work almost everywhere in the world. But it doesn't mean it's always going to be 100%. That's why I said we have multiple. We also have like regular GPS and other satellite stuff that would potentially work if we don't have that. And yeah, 100%. There's definitely stuff there. I'm not saying it's like perfect. Starlink kind of works pretty much everywhere, but it's not going to be perfect everywhere. We also have our phones, cell signal, and regular GPS. We have like lots of different options we can go through if we need to. And of course, yeah, military areas they do not want you to like be able to do certain stuff. So yeah, 100%. It's not always perfect. But then usually in the military areas, you're not really supposed to go there anyway.
Sorry, I just had a vision of GTA when you go through.
Yeah. Accidentally sail and just like, can you imagine our 35.5 foot sailboat just like popping up next to an aircraft carrier? That would be scary. Oops, I think we made a wrong turn here. Not that we have aircraft carriers here in Canada, but there's still some pretty big ships we have.
Yeah, San Diego has lots.
San Diego does, yeah. Shipping canal. Yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, there's like multiple ways to do stuff, of course, which is always the best option. So we do have regular paper charts. We have a compass. We have our phones. We have multiple different apps. We have GPS that doesn't work right now, but we have Starlink internet. So we have many different ways of hopefully being able to. So if something fails, there's always another option. And I don't disagree. Being able to navigate with paper charts is definitely a thing that should be learned. But I mean, also if you're close to shore, it's not that bad. You can usually just see points. Yes. We have multiple compasses on board too, because the boat itself has a compass, and then we have like a small one. I think we actually have a third compass somewhere.
I think so too.
Yeah, we got lots of options. I think redundancy is a good thing to have on a boat, just in case.
Yeah, totally in my fishing.
And orcas, at least where we are not a problem. Orcas are very friendly around here. We're not in the Mediterranean where they are attacking boats. Generally around here, they've been pretty safe. But especially, holy, we're moving around quite a bit.
Jumper.
Compass light redundancy. What are we talking about there? And sorry, somebody asked about the Williamson turn as well. They've been bashing up. They've only been bashing up boats. As far as I know, it's one pod of orcas, very specifically. I can't remember where in the Mediterranean, but somewhere in the Mediterranean. It's like near Spain, I think. And that's probably because they got hit. Man overboard, yes. Sorry, I was just reading about stuff. I guess you're a gaming channel? Why would you ask that question? Curious? I am not, but it's kind of odd that you would just ask random people. Hopefully you get yourself figured out. Appreciate you being here though. And yeah, we're excited to actually get sailing here. We're really excited to do that. That would be terrifying. So if someone falling off the boat in the middle of the night would be pretty scary.
You got your headset on. You're ready.
For what? I'll start madly typing here. We will hopefully have tethers for the boat, especially if we're doing anything big. And we don't plan to sail at night either for a long time. We'll make sure we're being very careful before we do anything crazy. Hello, gaming. How are you doing today? What's going on? Be safe. Scary. Yeah. Having somebody you know, especially because obviously we're on a boat. It's Holly and myself. If one of us fell over in the middle of the night, that would be a terrifying experience. We also, have proper. We'll be wearing proper life jackets and stuff too. But still, you want to make sure you can find people. There's a movie called The Dove, Holly. It's about Robin Lee Graham, who at 17 years old set off for a circumnavigation.
Oh well.
Yeah, we'll make sure, like I said, when we're actually sailing and stuff, especially at nighttime. For the first little bit, we're not going to be sailing at nighttime, but eventually, once we do, we'll make sure we have tethers on board and we will not be leaving the cockpit without being like fully. Well, we won't even be in the cockpit without being tailored at night probably. But yeah, if there's any kind of weather, if we're sailing at night, we'll definitely be careful. YouTube movies, I'll have to check it out. YouTube movies honestly hasn't been that great. I haven't really looked at much of the stuff they have.
We're healing.
We are healing a little bit. We're just healing from the wind though. We're just rocking mostly. We're bumping into the dock. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but we're not bumping into the dock. We're bumping into our bumpers, but
Do you want to hear what Supretta Foods responded to my review?
what did they say?
It's pretty long.
Did they say anything good?
The fee charge was not a scam, nor was it related to the package being open. The package in question. Oh,
How do they even know who it was? What are they even talking about? I've been a pro fisherman for 30 years. Yeah, that's the big thing. I feel like a lot of people get complacent too. So not even just new people, but it's like people that are very experienced who just like get complacent with certain things.
they said that their business does not operate as a complimentary parcel holding service for Amazon or any carrier other than Purelator. Any packages delivered to the dress without prior arrangement are subject to clearly posted holding and handling fee.
What? It was prior arrangement. They literally have their thing called that. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, the fenders, the bumpers. Be sure to put it in quotation marks. Sorry, what am I putting in quotation marks? Oh, the movie. Right, right. Um, where was it again? So it's actually in quotation marks then. And yes, we do have some harnesses on board. We will be using those. And we do, of course, we have the life jackets we have on board too are the automatic deploying ones if they like hit the water. So they're pretty good that way. But yeah, obviously you would rather not fall off the boat. That's staying in the boat is definitely key. The falling off the boat, that's a whole nother story. And yeah, there's annual fees for living on the boat. Depends where you are, of course. John, have a good one. Nice to talk to you. I hope you have a good day. Um, so you can actually technically live on a boat or a test. Sorry guys, my headset keeps turning off randomly every so often. So yeah, technically you could fully live in a yacht or a boat for free, besides maintenance and fuel and stuff like that. But if you want to, you don't in Canada anyway. You do not need to have insurance on your boat, but you will not be able to dock anywhere. Pretty much every marina will make sure that you have insurance before they let you dock. They want to make sure you're at least covered for liability in case you damage someone else's boat or their dock. So they want to make sure that. But you don't have to. You don't have to ever dock too. There are people that just sit out in the bay and then they just drive their tenders back onto land. So you wouldn't even need insurance. You don't have to pay for a marina. But of course, it is nice to be able to dock and go to a marina. So for Holly and I, we pay $1,200 a year for insurance, which could be cheaper. They charge us a little bit extra probably because we are, not probably, they definitely charge us extra because we are new sailors and we don't have a ton of experience yet. They also charge for the size of boat. So the bigger the boat, obviously, it's going to cost more that way. And then marina fee. So right now we pay about 575 bucks a month to be at the marina we're at. In the summertime, we don't plan to be here as much. Like we hope to like dock just to pick up water and like supplies, but for the most part, we won't have that fee. Hopefully, um, if your boat is bigger, they charge by the foot. I think it's like between $13 and $15 per foot here. It depends. In the spring and the summer, it gets more expensive when it's sailing season. Winter, it's cheaper. So yeah, it really depends on a lot of things. And if you are very new to it and you want to be on the dock a lot, it's going to cost more. Insurance costs money. Electricity they charge you to. So right now we're plugged into the marina dock. The picture above me is actually live outdoor feed of our boat. So we are at the dock right now. We pay 575 for the marina, 100 to 150 for electricity. It has been winter and we use a lot of electric heat, which is why it's costing us that much. In the winter, or sorry, in the summer it'll be a lot cheaper overall. So that's kind of our basic thing. 575, 100 to 150, and then we do pay for Starlink as well for internet, but we can get away with the marina itself has Wi-Fi. We just use our own so we can have internet when we're out in the middle of the water. And Michael, we haven't tried that yet. We haven't really got a chance to take our boat up very often yet. We bought the boat in the middle of winter, and because we're new sailors, we just haven't been able to go out as much. We've gone out a few times for some like overnight anchorage stuff and like from day sails, but we haven't had a chance to like really practice any of our skills very much yet. As spring approaches and summer, we'll be doing more of that. I'm actually going to go live, I think, on TikTok as well.
Is it okay if I take that outside?
You want it in, or did you want to use it for something?
Um,
You can. So stand by, everybody, going live on the TikToks as well. So yeah, we'll definitely practice a bunch of random stuff like that come summertime.
okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Oh wow.
Just for a little bit, it won't be long.
Let me just turn that off for a second. Stand by, guys. I'm just gonna turn off the
Sorry.
outside camera for a minute. Holly is stealing it. That's amazing. What's the furthest you've traveled? So, like I said, Holly and I are very new to it, so we haven't traveled very far yet. We've only gone, yeah, you're good. We've only gone a couple kilometers. I think like 14. I think we've traveled like 30 kilometers away, kind of thing. That's probably as far as we've gone though. We just, like I said, we bought it in the middle of winter. We can't really go too far from our marina because it is winter sailing season. We don't want to get caught off guard, so we haven't been able to go too far away where we would get stranded if a storm came up. So the summer is getting nicer. We're almost at the point where we could totally be out on the water and it won't be risky per se. And it is awesome. We've been on the boat for 5 months now and we have taken it out, just not as much as we'd like to. So yeah, we're still, I know you said you want to do this. It's something you're looking at doing. I think you said that, didn't you? Yeah, something you want to do. So yeah, we're very new too, and it's been fun so far. We moved on, like I said, in the middle of winter time, basically October 24th, which is like the beginning of winter sailing season here. There are people that sail pretty much year round, but those people are what we call um, seasoned veterans or crazy. One day we hope to be like them, but yeah, right now we're not that good yet. I love the longboard. Appreciate it. This is actually Holly's long. Oh wait, this one's mine. No, that's totally mine. Holly's is on the other side. Thank you. Yeah, the longboard's fun. We haven't used it in a little while just because we're on the boat now, but we keep contemplating getting rid of certain things, but it's hard to get rid of stuff like that because we like them. Yeah, we have two, I guess. Technically, we got my longboard, and then Holly has a land yacht longboard as well. Hers is pretty cool. Yeah, we were just going through some of the books. We got some of these sailing books we've been going through.
Some might even say cooler.
What are your longboard?
Yeah,
Your longboard is probably cooler than mine, honestly.
thank you.
It's a lot nicer. It looks like you never use it.
Once.
Exactly. They are very nice. It took us not very long to like zip down to the grocery store with the longboard. The one downside is we went to get fuel with the longboard and that was kind of not the best idea. Of course, yeah, if you have any questions amongst don't hesitate to ask. We don't mind answering any questions we get as long as we're able. Sometimes we're not able to answer everything because like I said, we're pretty new to it, but we try to answer as best we can. I only got one question. May I join you all? If only our boat was big enough. And Holly and I are on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. Favorite country singer? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge country fan.
Chris Ledoux.
Chris Ledoux. That's what Holly said. So she likes country a little bit more than I do. What are you guys right now on the water? Sorry, what are you guys right now on the water? Do you mean where? We're on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And we've only done some local sails. Do you have any technical problems on boat? What kind of technical problems are we talking about? Like mechanical issues, or I mean, so our GPS doesn't work anymore. I'm pretty sure it's an antenna. It just keeps acquiring, but never actually acquiring. We don't have AIS. We do not have a tender or dinghy. So there's lots of things we need to get for the boat before we can really go too far. Sorry, I'm missing a bunch of comments. Kenny, I have thought about that, and that is something I've wanted to do. It's just kind of hard to do because we spend a lot of time doing these lives, and then we do have a channel over there, same name actually. And yes, I do. What's your name? Finn, I do. And it is kind of hard, but I mean, just going out on the water is almost the same. Canada mentioned, let's go. Yeah, we're in Canada. Holly and I are Canadian. Hello, Quebec. How are you doing today? Manitoba, hello, welcome. UMBC, yes, we are. In Blaine. Okay, that's cool. So you're south of us then. I'm not sure exactly where Blaine is. We haven't traveled down into Washington, but I could Google it. We're kind of new to this area again, so we're learning all the new stuff. Oh yeah, right down there. Oh, basically just south of White Rock kind of thing. Kitty, thank you for the follow. Where are you at in the boat? Looks like a lot of headroom. Yeah, so I'm, this is kind of like the, what do you call this area? The galley? Or the saloon? Yeah, this is the saloon. The galley's over there. So we're in the saloon. We pretty much make this our bed. So it has a table normally like right in front of me. We lowered it into the bed position, and this is where we sleep.
Yo, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
is it back up? Oh, okay. I'll turn it on. Okay, give me a. Yeah. Um. Yeah, we're kind of in the middle of the boat. I'll show you guys in a second. I'll turn on another camera. Holly's just heading out for a minute. Uh, I'm not sure how to say your name. Jameis Cree? Thank you for the follow. Jameis whatever. I don't know how to say your name. Let me know. Sorry, guys. I'm missing a bunch of comments and questions. Buy a big radar reflector.
Yo,
Those
whoa,
small ones
whoa.
are. We do have a terrible radar reflector, honestly. We do need to get a better one. We do plan to get, so there's lots of stuff on our boat we would like to get better ones. We don't spend anything on gas right now. We're at the marina for the most part. We have spent a little bit here and there, but not a ton. We live on our sail too. Captain Jerry, that's awesome. Whereabouts are you right now, Captain Jerry? I think we've talked to you before and you've told us, but I don't remember now. Like Jamaica mixed with the word Cree. So Jamaica Cree. I like it. Jamaica Cree. That's a nice name. I've never heard that name before. That's cool. On Anchor, the saloon is the best place to sleep. Or the salon, sorry. I like, yeah, this area in my opinion is best. I don't like, our bedrooms, the two of them, they kind of leak water from the windows. We need to seal them up a little bit better. We've not gotten seasick, no. Holly and I both haven't. Tour the boat. Hold on, I'm going to switch to this camera. One second, I have a secondary camera here on the boat. You can kind of see a little bit more anyway. Where do I put this so it's not in the way? So I'm on right here. You can kind of see my hand. I'm on the little bed here. I'll blow that up for you guys. So yeah, I'm just right over here. I'm right over here. Kitty cat, as you can see, is sleeping down there. That's kind of the tour of the boat. You don't really need to see much. There's a back bedroom right over there. The door to go outside. The navigation table. There's where I'm sitting. You guys can see in the other thing. And then up front, over that way, is a front bedroom that's pretty much just clothing right now. I'll maybe get up and do like a proper tour in a bit here. Just give me a second. Give me a minute. Do you have? Oh, sorry. If you're sailing on shipping areas often, yeah. So right now we're on Vancouver Island. There's not a ton of shipping where we are, but if we cross over to Vancouver, that's a very big, heavily trafficked area. There is a kitty, and she is awesome. The cat is the best. I agree. What are you doing winter? It's winter here right now. So we're on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. It's been winter since we bought the boat, and we've lived on here in Canada on Vancouver Island specifically. Holy, it's windy. It's actually pretty decent weather out. We are moving a ton right now. Um, we are at the dock, so we're very safe where we are, but there is like 30 to 40 knot winds right now, and it's blowing us around a lot. But yeah, we don't have to go anywhere. The water doesn't really freeze where we are. How are you? Patrick, how are you today? We're doing well. Nice to see you in the chats this morning. Holly was actually the one chatting earlier, although I was there too. I was watching, but she was the one actually typing. But yeah, we're doing well. How are you? Right now we're docked. We're at a dock. It's crazy windy here too, Ellie. Whereabouts are you right now? BC doesn't really get winter. Yeah. I mean, depends where you are. For a long time, I lived in northern BC, and they definitely get winter. But Holly and I actually came from Calgary, Alberta, which also gets winter. And we are currently docked, everybody. We got some crazy wind. I should pull up the windy app again. Come to sail to Cape Town. I mean, I bet your weather is nice. Although I do see that, which Cape Town are we talking about? Isn't there more than one Cape Town in the world? I feel like there is. There's like, hold on, let me just Google it real quick. So we're talking Cape Town, South Africa, I'm assuming? I'm sure your weather is nicer than ours. South Africa, yeah, okay. Oh, you're in the same place. Oh, right, I forgot. Yes. Holy. We are getting some wind gusts. Looking outside is kind of scary right now. If we lose connection to the live, I apologize. We are getting some pretty crazy gusts of wind right now. Okay, maybe there's only one. There might be only one Cape Town. I'm not sure. We're on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. And we just got some like I don't know what that wind gust was. That was probably the strongest wind gust we've ever had at this marina right now. We will fry you some cheese. I like cheese. What kind of cheese we talking? We do use Starlink. So if we get an outage right now, it's probably because the wind is causing some serious problems. Oh man, I wish I had the camera outside right now. Holly stole the camera, and so that's why it's on the wall, and that's why you guys are watching that. So yeah, we had a camera outside a little bit ago, although it probably wouldn't be great out there right now with the weather we're getting. Holy. Hopefully Holly didn't fall overboard. Ooh, that sounds really good. White cheddar. Yeah, sorry guys, we might lose. I think so far it's been okay. The internet seems decent, but it might cause problems eventually. Also, Danube, thank you for the 5 roses, and your Deadly, thank you very much for the heart me. Appreciate you guys. We're at the dock right now, so we don't really need a lifeboat where we are. We do not currently have a lifeboat on this ship or boat, whatever you want to call it. We do have life jackets, of course, but we can just hop off on the dock. This is what we're doing for work right now. So Holly and I saved up a long time. We sold everything to do this. We do need to make money. We are working to make content creation. We are very close to being monetized in a few different places. Um, we may also need some temporary other jobs. So anyone have any jobs on the Vancouver Island area? You got Uber Eats on the water right now. We do not have Uber Eats where we are. At least not on the water. There is Uber Eats, but just not on the water. We're at the dock though, so we could probably get it delivered if we wanted to. Lionfish for dinner tonight when my girlfriend gets back from spearfishing. Oh, that's cool. I want to go spearfishing. Uh, Jamaica, I've tried to find some and I can't find a ton. Where do you find stuff like that? It seems like I don't know, maybe our area just doesn't do a lot of crazy stuff like that. Whenever I find it, it's like I apply for the online stuff and it never works out. I never hear back from any of them. Maybe they just don't like me. Hello, Robert from Manitoba. Farmer sausage would be good. Pierogies would also be really good. BJ, we don't say the exact dock we're at just because there are some weirdos out there. We're on the southeast part of Vancouver Island. You could probably figure it out if you know the area. Uh, so you did this blind. I mean, we hopped onto a boat blind? Kind of. How do we get power? Right now we're at the marina, so we're plugged into the dock, so we have like shore power. We also do have a bunch of solar panels, although I'm currently worried about them blowing away with the wind we have. We do pay taxes, but not the same. We pay, hold on one sec. Holly's about to come in. I might be able to put the camera outside again for a second. Holly, no, she left again. And hello, PEI. How's it going? Yeah, we do have solar. Good for you, man. Yeah, we're enjoying it. Oh yeah. Oh well, that makes sense. Yeah, Captain Jerry, don't go doing that. Don't get stabbed by a fish. Yeah, so yeah, we have solar panels, we have batteries as well. The engine we have on the boat, we have like a Yanmar 3GM30F diesel engine. It's like a little small 23 horsepower engine. It can technically be used as a way to charge up our batteries. We would like to get a secondary generator just in case. Bathroom, we do have one. It's over there. Right now, because we're at the marina, we can use the marina bathrooms, which saves us from having to go dump our blackwater tank at a pump out station. Sailors sometimes rent a spare berth or transport tours for a fee. I've thought about that. Where we are, I don't know if it's possible. We could definitely do it. We'd have to do it on the table, and I'm totally willing to do that. We couldn't do it legally because we'd have to get commercial insurance and we'd have to get a commercial captain's license. But I mean, hey buddy, you want to go for a trip for $100? I'll take you over there. We could totally do that. Are you guys the only ones? No, there's lots of people around us actually. There's quite a few people that live on our boat. Not our boat, on our area. She does the little fish and clean them. That's cool. Well, it's nice that you have a girlfriend that's able to help with that then. We have not met the Meg, yes. We've got lots of plans in the summer, BJ. We would like to sail all over BC first. We're gonna be sailing like up the island and maybe down the mainland coast kind of thing. And why do we live in a sailboat? Hi from Canada. Where are you from? Holly and I are also from Canada. Holly is just outside right now. We are on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, in Canada. I was born in Saskatchewan. She was born in Ontario. We both lived in Calgary for the past 15 years, and then we moved out here again. I lived here too when I was really young. I'll maybe give you guys a tour of the boat in a second here. Actually, you know what? Wow, voice crack. I'll give you a tour right now. Why not? Uh, you can always request for the assistance on the expenses without the license. Is that a thing? Is Canada that strict? I mean, they're strict with a lot of things. Canada has lots of like rules when it comes to I don't know why they have all the rules. I guess they don't want people doing things and get like hurting people. They don't want like people to take tourists and then like they crash and sink and then all of a sudden turns out they didn't have a proper license or insurance and stuff like that. So yes, Canada can be that strict. There are many, many people here that also just do stuff under the table. So that's especially on the island here, it's pretty relaxed when it comes to a lot of things. Don't tell anyone I told you that though. Where are you guys? We're on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. We could totally do it. We just have to like make sure it's like hey, buddy, you going over to that island? You wanna take $50 and take us over there? I appreciate it. Yeah, if you're not tapping, you're slacking. Don't forget to double tap the screen, guys. Give us some likes. We do appreciate that. The weather is very, very windy right now. I was actually looking at it earlier. I'll try to bring it up for you guys. Hold on one second. Where do I have that? Windy. So this is what the current weather looks like for us. This is the gust, not the current like constant wind. But we're up in this area of Vancouver Island, like on the southeast kind of area. We got like, it actually feels more than that. Right now it's calling for like 29, 30 gusts depending where you are. But it feels a lot windier than that. I feel like it's one of the heaviest winds we've had since we bought the boat. Different. I know we switched it up, Dennis, and welcome. How's it going today? I'll give you guys a quick tour. One second. Where on the island around North Saanich? We're on like the southeast corner. We're down near like not Victoria. We're north of Victoria, south of Courtney, somewhere in there. Then you don't need to worry about captain license according to maritime law. Really? Okay, that's interesting to know. How big is Vancouver Island? Very big. Vancouver Island is bigger than some countries. I guess I can show you again. Hold on. This is the windy app, so it's going to be a little bit hard to look at because it's mostly about weather. But um, don't try to look at all the weather stuff. This is Canada, and then here is Vancouver Island down here. So I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see because it's a small little image. But honestly, we should pull up that one. There's that one app that can show you like the size of things. Vancouver Island is kind of similar. I don't know. It's smaller than Japan, but not by like a ton. But it definitely is smaller. I don't know. It's a pretty big island. The missus kick you out? No, the missus is outside right now. I'm in the boat with her right now. Well, technically she's outside, so did I kick her out? Popper Penguin. Why? I mean, you can say that if you want, I suppose. But We don't say that about your country. So, to each their own, I suppose. Some people just like to be jerks, I suppose. Our boat was 36,000 Canadian, 27,000 US dollars. Uh, we bought the boat BJ. We bought it out on Vancouver Island. We moved marinas. We've taken the boat out for overnight and a couple like day sails, but we haven't done a lot yet. We're waiting for summer. I'm from Toronto. Toronto's cool. That's where Holly was born. Not Toronto. She was born in Ontario. I have no reason. Okay, so you're just hating for no reason? Always nice to know. I try not to hate on anything for no reason. If I hate on something, there's usually a reason. And I'll usually give almost everyone the benefit of a doubt.
Yo ho ho. Yo ho ho.
Born and raised on Vancouver Island, I don't think I'll ever leave. Vancouver Island is an extremely beautiful area. One of the most beautiful probably in the world. I grew up here a little bit. Like I said, I was born in Regina, Saskatchewan. I moved out to Vancouver Island when I was really young for a little while, and then eventually I moved off the island again. So just when I was young. But I've moved around a ton growing up. Sorry, one second. Let me fix this. I guess I can turn on the second. I thought Holly was coming back in, but I don't think she is. I'll turn on that so you guys can see the rest of the boat for now. Maybe see the kitty cat. Maybe I'll put it up top even. One second. Put it up there. Make it big so you can kind of see the kitty. Um, Vermont loves Canada. I mean, I feel like Canadians and Americans have always gotten along. I don't know why people have suddenly decided they don't like each other. Politically, it's not always see eye to eye for reasons, but the people themselves, I feel like Canadians and Americans generally get along very well. Google says Vancouver Island is 31,000 kilometers squared. Yeah, that's probably accurate. I'm assuming it's a very big island. It almost looks like it's not an island if you're just looking at a map because it does kind of almost connect near the northwest, or sorry, northeast part of it. But it is fully an island. Yeah. So our boat is a 35 and a half foot sailboat. Yeah. 27,000 US dollars. We paid 36,000 Canadian dollars, which is close at the time when we bought it to 27,000 US dollars. I'm not sure what the dollar conversion is right this second. And we bought it's a 35 and a half foot long sailboat. The beam or width is 11.7. My country is the Arctic. Which country are you from then? Are you Russia? Are you like Finland? $30K, like 27,000 US dollars is what we paid. I mean, again, Popper, if you want to hate someone else's country for no reason, that's on you. I mean, you can be a hater if you want. That's perfectly fine. Just scrolling through, wind just hit here hard. Yeah, Divine, it's hitting us here too. Our boat is like rolling over pretty hard, especially I can see the boats on the outside of the marina. They're rocking real hard. What kind of boat? Ours is a Hunter Legend 35.5. So it's a 1989. It's a bit of an older boat, 35 and a half feet long. It's pretty decent. I don't even know what a Grampine? I don't know how to say that. 28 looks like, but I'm gonna try to Google it right now.
Yo ho ho.
Grampin 28. I'm Canadian. I'm also Canadian. Holly and I are both Canadian. Square footage of the boat is probably close to 200. It's really hard to measure the square footage of a boat because it's a weird shape, but interior looks spacious. It's definitely decent. You can kind of see, I guess the picture up here shows the rest of the boat. I'm like, I'm right here on that top camera. I'm off to the side there. Oh wow, that's cool. Sailing Camelot, an 85 Hunter 40. So your boat is bigger than ours. A little bit older, but a little bit bigger. That's cool. We do not pull the boat. We bought the boat in the winter and we've lived on it all winter long. In the marina, of course, but we are, there are people that sail around here year round, but not us. We're very new to this. I have sailed my whole life. That's cool. Where do you sail? Did you say where you were from? Hold on one second. I feel like you might have. Oh no, you didn't say you're. Are you on the East Coast or West Coast? Oh yeah, and I see the picture by the way. That boat you have is a very nice looking boat. I think this is the one. I'm an
Yo ho
ex dinghy
ho.
sailor. That's cool. I've always wanted to get like a little dinghy sailboat. I'm from the Arctic. Well, now I'm confused. Now I feel like I know where you're from, but I'm not even gonna say. We have an 80. Oh, I already read that. I mean, I don't think penguins care, to be honest, but that's okay. They were built in Canada. Oh, that's really cool. Holly and I almost built a Canadian sailcraft boat. We ended up not because it was a bit too small, I think. Ours is not a deep keel. Our keel is 4.6 feet, I think it is.
YOLO.
And no, we didn't. So Holly and I bought the boat. We moved on to it and started doing work on it while we are here. Good for you guys. Does yours have the aft cabin? It does. You can kind of maybe see it in that picture above my head. It's kind of in the background. You guys can't really see it. But yeah, it does have the aft cabin. It's a little bit small, but it has a big bed. We right now have the bed out of it, and we just store stuff, and we have the cat litter box in there. Whitby, Ontario. How many? My fluke? None? I've never had any problems with any of that kind of stuff. Salem Lake, Ontario. That's cool. Cece loves the ocean. You guys can see right now the kitty is just like sleeping, and it's pretty stormy outside right now. Pretty windy. How do you heat the boat? We have 2 electric heaters, a diesel heater, and a propane heater, so we have lots of different things just in case. But yeah, she loves the scenery. She likes running around the boat doing all kinds of stuff. Jesse, thank you very much for the, what is that called? The heart me and then the team cheers. Appreciate you. We have not sailed near Alaska yet, no. We've only kind of done some day sails off the coast where we
YOLO.
are on Vancouver Island. So we're like the southeast part of Vancouver Island. Forza, your name's pretty cool. Your comments are not. But thanks for being here. Popper, I don't think you understand what a penguin is. I'm pretty sure you don't. In fact, I might just have to eliminate you. I know you were in here yesterday and you were kind of an ass. Today, I guess you're a big enough ass. We're going to get rid of you. Occasionally, people need to be eliminated. And now where did that thing go? Stand by. Oh, right there. There it is. Tap, tap, tap for boat tour. Oh, yeah, doing the boat tour. Sorry, I got distracted. Hello from North Carolina. Safe travels. Appreciate you, Kenny. Weather here is terrible right now. So right now there's no traveling, but we are doing well. Thank you for the 25 cake slices. TT548. Appreciate you. Expenses, we pay $5.75 a month for the marina, 100 to 150 for like heating, basically for electricity. 180 for Starlink. And if our internet cuts out, it's because it's super windy out. What's up, Brian? RC Fields, not too much. We're just chilling right now. I was about to do a tour, but I keep getting distracted. I apologize. Holly is outside right now. Is it full on springtime here? No, it is horrible. My brother just asked if it's springtime. 50 knot winds. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you for the follows, the subscribes. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for the comments. Holly, again, I keep saying we. She's outside right now, but we are normally both on the stream together. She's just currently in the outside world. Why is it not popping up? I'm going to do a tour for you guys, I promise. We're coming up here. Good morning from Thailand. How is Thailand today? I bet your weather is a lot nicer than ours. Is this going to work? It's not. Hold on. For some reason, my phone is being dumb. Let me just restart it. Usually my phone works and I can give you guys a quick tour. Right now it's being a little bit of a pain, so I will switch to my phone camera and give you guys a tour in a second. 5-cylinder Jake, what kind of 5-cylinder do you have? Is it like an Audi 5-cylinder or something else? I'm a big car guy. I love cars. It's the boat. Leslie, I'm not sure what you're saying. It's not that small. Must be. So your plans to good for you guys. It's the boat. Yeah, we're on a sailboat. It's pretty enjoyable. We're liking where we are. We do plan to sail more once summertime comes. Wish I had a shoal keel also here in the Gulf. Really shallow 6'5" draft is limiting me. Yeah, so that would be nice for us. I mean, I guess ours is what, like 2 feet shallower than yours, which is kind of nice. Thank you guys for the follows. Bright start to the morning. Where are you all now? We're on Vancouver Island still. We're waiting for better weather. The weather is kind of trash right now. We got like 50 knot gusts. I think windy only says it's 30, but I actually feel like it's more than that. I should open up. I should turn on the instruments and see what the boat thinks it is. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the tour, guys. Give me a second. It's almost working. Try again. You should always wear the headset. You look like a sailor now. Is this what sailors always wear, is headsets? Volkswagen 5-cylinder. That's cool. I've always wanted to do like a... Holy... We got some wind. If my phone works, I'll take you guys outside really quick. It's starting to work.
YOLO.
I've always wanted to do like a 5-cylinder swap. I had a VR6 for a long time I swapped it into a Mark III Jetta. How social life aboard in harbor. Holly and I are very like introverted people. We're not currently gaming now. We're pretty introverted, but there are a bunch of guys here and ladies that all live on their boats, and they're all very friendly. Okay, I've almost got it. Video capture, boom. So we're on my phone. I don't even have to take a microphone with me because today I have my headset on my head, so I don't even have to take it. Here's the front V-berth of the boat. It is mostly full of our clothing. That's where we store our clothes right now. There's probably too much stuff, but that's how we have it at the moment. This is the bed where I was just laying. Today we have the stream. I'm sitting over in this corner. Usually we sit on the end over there, but we moved it around a little bit. So I was doing some research on a bunch of like sailing stuff. Here's the kitty cat. Her name is Cece. She is the captain of the boat. She is the best kitty. Say hi to the people, kitty. She says hello, everybody. Here's our navigation table. Obviously, we wouldn't be sailing with that plant just sitting there. You're going to see a lot of loose stuff sitting around the boat. When we were sailing, that's not like that. We are currently at a dock. We're waiting for summer to come so we can actually get out and sail. The wind is pretty crazy right now, so we've been staying mostly inside. But yeah, power distribution center. Here's our kitchen. Propane stove and oven. We got a fridge. It is pretty big. It actually looks bigger in real life than it does in the video. There's a sink there. We usually save our water in the bucket just so we don't have to use as much. Toilet down there, sink. There's a shower in here. You can totally close up the bathroom so you're not just like, you know, in the room with everybody else. This is actually the aft bedroom. You can kind of tell that it's a little bit of a low roof, but you can totally sit up in bed here. There are some windows. The reason we're not sleeping back here is because those windows leak when it rains, and so the water would run down the walls and into the mattress, and it would get moldy. And also you'd wake up with like wet blankets, which is the most uncomfortable thing in the world. So right now we store stuff. Kitty cat's poop palace is back there, and I'll show you guys outside. This is what we're working with. You guys probably can't hear how loud the wind is. The sun is actually really nice, but it's pretty windy. And then yeah, so this is a pretty old wooden boat here. It's kind of cool. I don't know what it's from, like the 70s, maybe not super old, but old enough. Very cool boat. I'm not sure if the rocking is coming through for you, but yeah, we're getting blown over pretty hard right here. We're in like a little channel, and the wind, if it comes from a certain angle, like blasts through this channel. So when the windy app says we get 30 knots, it's probably higher, closer to 50, just because the channel funnels the wind down here really well. And there's Holly, everybody. I don't know if you guys can see her through this Dodger, but she's up there. We got our Starlink, we got our solar. She's chilling outside and enjoying the sun. The weather actually seems pretty decent out here, but the wind kind of sucks. I wouldn't want to be sailing out there as a new sailor myself. So Holly and I are not currently out there sailing. But yeah, and this is what I see when I'm doing the lives. So yeah, anyway, we're back. Thank you guys for being patient. I'm sorry I wasn't able to answer questions while I was gone for a second. I can't see the whole screen. So thank you for everybody who followed while I was gone. Ask the questions again. I'll try to get back to you. Let me catch up on some things. Holly, welcome. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the 25 cake slices, TT. HMB, thank you for the I'm just a hamster. And Savage Chicken, thank you for the overreact and the heart me as well. Thank you guys so much for all the gifts today. We do really appreciate it. How far do you guys plan to sail? We would like to sail everywhere, honestly. So Holly and I, right now in the summertime, we'll sail around Vancouver Island, up and down the coast of BC, probably a little bit, and then eventually, hold on, where I gotta sit, so I'm not in that top image. Eventually, we'll sail all over the world if we can. We're trying to make it affordable. We're working towards getting monetized on all of the platforms that we do videos for. We're not quite there yet. We do make a small amount from just the gifts, and then if people donate. So if you really want to, there's all the links you can go look for if you want. But if you don't want to, that's fine too. I'm not trying to ask for that. We are on currently Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada, and Savage Chicken. Um, Hello, how's it going? Thanks for the tour, of course. Bro has a better setup than me, and he in a sailboat. It's a pretty decent setup. I actually 3D. So this monitor mount, it's an Amazon mount for the pole, but I actually 3D printed and designed the part that like mounts to the pole. So we try to do a lot of that kind of stuff to save money too. The computer I had from before, we sold most of our stuff, but some of the things like the computer, the solar system, we came from other stuff that we were building and had at the time, and we saved some of the stuff to move onto the boat because we thought it would work. The solar system has been more of a pain than it's been worth, but it's still usable, of course. And I can do another tour in a bit, guys. I guess, I don't know. Sorry, did you guys see the tour? Somebody said tour, please, and I'm not sure if I did the tour while they said that or after. If you guys want another tour, I'll do it in a bit, maybe. Thanks for the tour. So, yes, most people I think saw that, but. And yeah, we're on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. Hello, Prince Rupert. I've been there a few times, actually. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the subscribes. Appreciate you all. I like your sailboat crib. It's awesome. The sailboat's nice. If you guys could feel the wind, though, right now we're getting blown into the dock. So we have bumpers or like fenders. They're basically like blow up big balls. You just like stick outside your boat. So it prevents your boat from rubbing against the dock. So right now our boat is hitting those and it makes like a really loud squeaky noise. And our whole boat will actually like lean over quite a bit. It probably doesn't pick it up on camera very much, but and it's not like as much of a lean as when you're actually sailing, but it's enough that when you're sitting here and I look outside, I can see everybody else's masts moving. Yeah, it just kind of looks scary. It's like, are we actually connected to the dock still, or are we blowing away? I'm not sure. Is a sailboat that never sails a sailboat, or does it become a trailer? I mean, it's still technically a sail, I would assume. Is a trailer that sits in a parking lot a trailer, or is it just a house at that point? I don't know. I guess that's up to the philosophers. We'll have to ask them. I'll be visiting our channel and hoping for a sailing stream. Yeah, we will eventually. Have a good sleep, by the way, Michael. Have a good one. Solar systems are expensive for real. They're very expensive. I was quite disappointed in this one. We bought this. I spent like 3,500 bucks on it, and it does not work or do what I want it to do. To be fair, I bought it for a cargo trailer, off-grid, tiny home that we were originally building. It doesn't work as well on a sailboat, partly just the style of solar. So if I knew we were moving onto a boat, I would have bought something different probably. But anyway, come on and video a sailboat crib. They should. That would be awesome. 3D printing is awesome. I really enjoy doing it. I like the 3D design stuff. I'm not like a good 3D designer, but I can kind of do basic stuff. The boater's card in Canada, it's called a PCL. It honestly takes like a couple of hours. It's not very long. You can do it online. It costs about 100 bucks. You coming in? Stand by. Yep, come on in. Um, it costs about 100 bucks. You can get it on sale for 30. So it's honestly not a like crazy thing to deal with. Good luck, guys. Thank you, Leslie. I hope you have a good one. Maybe one day you can do something similar. It's a floating apartment. Kind of, yeah. I would say a catamaran is more of a floating apartment. Ours is more like a floating tiny house or a trailer, maybe. I don't know. A sailboat could come as a sailboat houseboat. Yes, it could. River, thank you for the follow. Yeah, right now HMB we have the crazy winds. That's what we're dealing with. The wind is coming from the south for us and like blowing through the channel that we're in. And it's really pushing us around in the marina right now.
Everybody getting pushed around.
And yeah, Lumi, that's cool. Unfortunately, on a boat, I don't think you can get a government grant for solar panels. If it was a like actual house, that's a whole different thing. But I don't think they give you grants for like boats.
You could move them around right now. There's lots of sun on that
I did
side.
see it actually feels warm out there besides the wind.
It's true. The wind's even not too bad. It's just strong.
It's just coming from the south, yeah. Captain CC is an old school captain. She does not have her license. She just does what she wants.
Kitty, is that true?
Yeah, it's very easy. Yeah, if you're yeah, Maple Ridge, that's cool. You should totally do it. Honestly, wait for it to go on sale though. So find a website that does it. They'll probably not go on sale right away because it's I guess almost summertime, so everyone will be trying to do it. But if you wait for it to go on sale, they go down from like $100 to 30. Holly got hers. It took her about 5 hours. It's just a lot of reading and multiple choice questions. It's very easy to do though.
Yeah, felt like forever.
The longboard, this longboard doesn't get as much use as it used to. We've only used it like once since we moved onto the boat. We may eventually end up getting rid of them, but it's hard to get rid of something like that. They don't take up a ton of room and they are useful when you go to like grocery stores and stuff. Shout out to land yachts. I love land yachts. Very good. Holly also has one. Hers is just on the other side over here. HMB. That's the same initials as Holly apparently. Holly's initials are Ham.
Yeah. And
No, the other Holly's in here as well.
oh wow.
Oh no, it's pirates. How is your sleep in the boat? Like, how good is it? It's awesome. The sleeping in the boat is one of the best things about living on the boat, honestly. It does get a little bit hard to sleep sometimes in like big storms or whatever, but for the most part, it's been good. Darkness at night is honestly the best, one of the other parts, the best parts of living on the boat. Having the darkness is awesome. You can sleep really well. Yeah. CC is the grandfathered in, yeah, Transport Canada, they're like, yeah, we're not dealing with the cat with that many claws. We'll just let her do her thing. I've passed the test. I just have to order the actual card. Yeah. I had my card from like years ago, so I've been grandfathered in as well. Although I hear they're changing some of the rules nowadays. Holly Melissa. Interesting. Sorry, what are we talking about? Lil? We get like the sea legs on land a little bit, but not too bad. Scariest thing that's happened while at sea, we dragged anchor one time and almost went crashing into a whole bunch of other boats that were parked there for the winter.
She's not quite now.
For an American or English speaker, my name would make no sense. Okay, hello, hi, how are you doing? What's the scariest thing? Yeah, so at sea, the scariest thing that's happened to us is we dragged anchor. Basically, we didn't set the anchor correctly. It was our first time ever, and we almost like dragged and slid into another other couple of boats that were anchored. They were actually moored out there for the winter. Never had a robot cat litter box, no. I have an automatic feeder. Problem with being on the ocean is like the moisture in the air can cause problems with electronics. The computer's been fine. The cat automatic feeder has been a little bit of a problem lately. I'm not sure if the cat litter box would or not. The other problem is, of course, we have a limited amount of power. Although I feel like a litter box wouldn't use that much. And how do we have internet? We have Starlink internet. So it's satellite internet. We can use it pretty much everywhere in the world. There are obviously a few places it doesn't always work, and if the weather gets bad, it might start glitching and getting. Right now we got really bad wind, so it might actually cause a problem eventually here.
How does that look? Does it need to be angled more?
Oh, I didn't even look. Let me check. Oh, I gotta move it again. Here's the outside view of the boat. I guess we're doing it in landscape mode,
We
which is
can change it.
no, that's fine. Landscape is fine because I can put it at the top of the screen. There's the outside view of the boat. It actually looks really sunny and nice. Can we get a tour? I'll do another tour here in a second. Give me a second though. Do you eat a lot of fish? We have eaten fish, not a ton. We crab trap and do stuff like that. HMB, whereabouts are you from, if you don't mind me asking? What country, I should say? I'm guessing your name is it Hannah or Hannah? Merit Brzovkvik. Björkvik or something like that. I'm not sure. That's my horribly English interpretation of the name. I apologize for that butchering. Scariest thing we've seen in the ocean is probably just a seal that snuck up on us, so nothing that scary.
Yo, wow, wow.
I'll do a tour in a minute, guys. Stand by. The Earth is not flat; it is round. What's Holly making for dinner? I don't know if she's making dinner. Right now, she's just chilling over there. That's Jesse wants to know what you're making for dinner, Holly.
Well, we're gonna make a potato, a
Oh
rice,
yeah, I hear that.
and a burger on the rocks. Is that okay?
Norwegian. Okay, I was actually learning Norwegian. Not gonna pretend I know any of it, but I was learning a little bit of it. I thought Norwegian was kind of a cool language, so I started learning a little bit of it.
Huh?
I think it was Norwegian.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm pretty sure it was Norwegian. Edacopter? Huh? Huh? Is that real? Is that right? Did I say it right?
I like that Viking guy.
Yo, wow, wow.
Which one?
The Viking guy?
Which Viking guy?
The one that we were watching his
I don't remember. Sorry. Hello, Rusty. How's it going? How much are docking fees? $5.75 a month where we're at right now. Urdu Norsk. Snickerdo. I know that one. I know a few things. I'm not going to pretend I know a lot. Jesse, thank you much for the rose. Wow, I just got struck by water. It's coming through our window. Um, no, food questions are fine. We've never gotten Uber Eats while at the dock. I think we probably could. We are at a marina, so we could probably just get it ordered to the marina gate, and I just have to run up and grab it. We've never done it. We are trying to save money, so we just make our own food for the most part. Yeah, we do game. So Holly and I both game. Holly's headset's back here behind me. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Right here. Um, Obviously my headset's on my head. We do game on, I have a gaming PC. This is my monitor on a compression pole. And Holly has a laptop. So we do game quite often. We play Battlefield 6. We play a lot of different games. I was eating cookies. Patrick. Patrick Star is here, by the way, Holly.
Hello, Patrick.
Holly says hi.
Kitty said hi too.
Kitty also said hi. You ever have a gaming chair? Yes, but not on the boat. The gaming chair also. So I'm a huge automotive individual. I like cars and motorcycles and stuff like that. So I made my own gaming chair out of a car seat that I found at a junkyard. Patrick says hi. Oh, I already said that.
Hello. Kitty
Holly
said
says
hi.
hi. And Kitty says hi again. Um, it depends on the day, Noah. Usually we're actually pretty good. We usually get 300 megabytes per second, and our ping is actually fairly low. Occasionally, depending on the server, it can be bad, but usually it's not that bad. Dre, Watson, we are in the water. We're just at the dock right now. We currently do not have a favorite destination because we're new to this. Our favorite destination is where we're parked, I guess. Desolation, sorry, not Desolation. Dodds Narrows is not far from here, and we've gone there before. It's winter time, so we haven't had a chance to go too many places yet. And we've been living on our boat for 5 months now. Hi, kitty. I can give you guys another quick tour and say hi to the kitty if you want. Let's go say hi. Nope, it's not working. Stand by. Resume video. Do you got good ping when you're out on the water? We haven't done too much with our Starlink while out on the water yet. Like I said, we are fairly new to this. We haven't taken the boat out a ton. The last few times we went out, we never actually even bothered with the internet. But here, I'll give you guys a quick tour. Here's the computer screen. This is what we see when we're doing the lives. Here's the front bedroom. I'll give you guys a quick tour again. We pretty much, it's a V-berth. It's a full bedroom. You can sleep in there. Right now, we just have clothing in there. That's the bed I was on. I was just reading some like sailboat stuff. Here's where we do like charting and stuff. Here's the kitty cat. Kitty cat, say hi to the people. Meow meow. No, nothing. Oh, there we go. You guys probably didn't hear that, but she did meow. You probably saw her. And here's the kitchen. So we're gonna make some potato fries. Here's our fridge. There's our propane oven and stove. Kitty cat's poop palace slash. It is a bedroom, but right now we don't sleep in there. And then we have the bathroom with like toilet and whatever else. Ooh. And the wind keeps blowing us over. And there's Holly.
Hello.
And that's where I've been sitting over in this corner doing the lives. And I guess I'll show you guys outside really quick. Sorry, I didn't do that. No, kitty, we're not going outside right now. There's the outside. So we are in the water. We're just at a dock. So we're not doing anything super crazy or fun. Right now it's really windy. We got like, it says 30 knots, but it feels more like 50 just because I think we're in the channel. So it gets funneled through here. And I think it actually is higher than the weather says it is. And there's the beautiful kitty. You got something to say to the people, kitty? Meow meow. Nothing. She just wants her snack. Oh, hit my head on the roof. You did hear kitty meow? Okay, I wasn't sure. This headset that I'm wearing often like mutes a lot of stuff. That's why I'm wearing it right now. Just so I don't bother Holly doing what she's doing right now. I don't think I was recently in the army. My hair's pretty long. I don't think the army usually likes long hair. Um, For exercising and stretching, we haven't done a lot. I do need to stretch more, but for like exercising, we can do push-ups over in the kitchen, like the galley area.
Yo ho ho.
Just on the floor, do push-ups. We have a weighted vest, a 25-pound weighted vest. That's not huge, but we don't have a lot of extra room or weight capacity for the boat, so we have to like kind of do with what we have. So we do a lot of like body weight stuff, and then we throw on the 25-pound vest. One more house payment, then travel time. That's gonna be awesome. Good luck. Appreciate you. I'm not sure why exactly you said it with the LMFAO, but or LMAO, I should say. Longest sailing without donkey. We haven't done anything super crazy, so the longest sail we've done is like a 24-hour one. We're very new to this still. Can I live with you? Unfortunately, our boat is fairly small, so there's not a lot of extra room in their boat. Windy here as well. Oh, Papa Todd. Yeah, yeah. Papa Todd, I could pull up the Windy app and we could check out where you're living. Hold on. There's the Windy app. This is the, I think I have it under gusts right now. Let me zoom in. Yeah, it's under the gust map. So we're on like the southeast part of Vancouver Island down here. So this is kind of what the weather currently is. It shows gusts being like 30 knots, a little bit, 35 on the land a little bit. And then Papa Todd's down in Seattle. They got like 35 knot gust as well, 33. So very similar. Drop down and give me 40. I mean, I could, but I'm on a bed. It would be very uncomfortable. We're in the ocean right now. Yeah, we're on Vancouver Island, British Columbia, Canada. We are on the ocean. I watched some of Holly's bike videos. She's in her glory during it. She does like the bike a lot. She loves the bike. That's one of Holly's favorite things to do. Need a fitness show. I have thought about doing like just random stuff. We don't do like anything super crazy. I want to like step on any actual fitness people's toes. Uh, we mostly, like I said, we just do body weight stuff. I do like push-ups, squats. I do like 3 sets of 20 push-ups, and I try to do the same with like squats. Really basic, just to kind of like maintain strength and stuff like that. We do pull-ups occasionally too. Yoga is another thing we kind of do on the boat for stretching. Of course, Scary Adams. Sorry, I can't talk all the time. You should totally do it. I think everybody should give it a try. It's definitely not for everybody. Some people would definitely hate it. Really depends on your willingness to have uncomfortable moments, but for the most part, it's really good. It's a lot of fun. Traveling is cool. Having a boat is fun. But yeah, there's definitely some uncomfortable moments on it. Can Captain
Yo
CC give
ho
us a
ho.
tour? One day I'll get her like a cat collar cam maybe, and then she can try to do a tour. I don't know if it would end up very well. She'd end up just going to a corner and staring at nothing. Was there a catalyst for the change? So Holly and I, we lived and worked in Calgary for the city of Calgary. This is about to get personal. We liked the job. The city of Calgary was an amazing place to work. They paid really well. I don't know if have never been diagnosed with ADHD, but I pretty much have something like that. I don't like sitting still and being stuck in place. I was actually trained as an automotive tech, but for one, I was in some very serious accidents in my life. I was in a plane crash when I was 4, and I was in a farming accident when I was 18. So I have like a bunch of like neck damage, like muscle damage and stuff like that. Um, so I try to maintain as much as I can physically so I don't end up suffering. Anyway, so we were working at the city of Calgary. The place kind of started sucking really, really bad. We worked there for a long time. They eventually laid me off and tried to rehire me as a seasonal, and I just said no, I'm not going back. Like that's, I don't know, pretty disrespectful. After working for a company for 12 years, they tried to put me on seasonal. So I quit. Holly also, she stayed there for another 8 months and then she quit as well. It was just that bad. So then we had nothing tying us down to the Calgary area. We were already building an off-grid cargo trailer to kind of do the same thing but just on land. But we were like, it's either now or never. So we sold her truck, my car, the cargo trailer we were building, and we bought a boat. That's pretty much how we did that. I have a question. You guys poop in the open sea? No, we don't. We have a toilet right over there.
Yo ho ho.
Also, we are at a dock right now, so we just use the marina
Yo
bathroom, so
ho
we don't have to fill
ho.
up our black water tank. We've never gotten seasick, no.
Yo ho ho.
I don't know why we're comparing anybody to McGregor, but you know, I guess you wanted to repeat yourself twice? Three times, three repeats, just to make sure everybody knew that you were saying things. And you still got no reply. Um, I knew you had a longboard. I knew it. Yeah, the longboard's fun. This one's mine. Holly has one as well. They're pretty good to get around on. Yeah, there's always a couple trolls. It's all good. Generally, trolls are people with sad individual lives, which is so sad. I'm sorry for you. Uh, you had lots of lives. I have, yes. Maybe I stole some of Kitty's. I'm not sure, but I've been through some very serious things in my life, and I made it through okay for the most part. I've only ever broken bones in my head, so there's that.
Kitty, are you okay?
Do you have to pay a fee to keep your boat at the dock? Yes, we pay about $575 a month for the marina we're at right now.
Aw, Holly's so good.
I know they do just want the attention. I know. I generally leave him alone, but I thought it was funny that he repeated it three times, just because you can totally tell it's all attention seeking when they literally have to say it three times before anything happens. Starlink internet problems. We're probably getting laggy, which is not my favorite thing in the world. Apologies, everybody. I think we're back now. Sorry, guys. Internet issues. Not always the best, especially when it's windy out like today. Nomadic Whims, thank you for the three Your Awesomes and the four popular Go Populars. Appreciate it. We just lost a bunch of people in the live. Happens occasionally. Maybe I'll try to relaunch the other side of things just because it seems to be lagging real bad.
I think there was an update on my TikTok.
On TikTok? Oh, interesting.
It locked me right out and I can log in on both everything.
Oh, wow. Maybe I
I
should
think
check.
they changed the policies and terms and stuff.
Yeah, the internet's not always the best. We have Starlink, so occasionally it's not the best thing in the world. Better here now. Yeah, it just takes a second. We were warned that it was happening. I haven't got the update yet, but that doesn't mean it's not coming.
Maybe it's me.
Did you guys hear the CC in the background? What are you yelling about, kitty?
Just yelling.
Yeah, the internet gets bad occasionally here. Usually it's pretty good, but occasionally not always the best. She is probably getting hungry. We usually feed her at 5. It is currently 4 o'clock, I guess, so it's about an hour to her food, so she's probably starting to let us know